Welcome to the Rob and Kale Show. Rob Sanders.
His own mother slapped the stork that delivered him.
And Kale Hall.
He doesn't deserve to be in this business. He deserves to have been blackballed.
The Rob and Kale Podcast.
And welcome in to the Rob and Kale Podcast. My name is Rob Sanders. Yeah, that's my name. I've got nothing else valid to say. I want to talk about to my friend in the upstate. He is, of course, known by several names, including Kale Hall. He's also known as Carolina Crackpipe, but he is Carolina Jackpot. What is up, my friend?
Not much, man. I feel weird today. This time change just really thrown me for a loop. And being in with this diet and losing all my damn calories that I've. What am I trying to say? My body is eating fat.
Eating yourself, Jackpot.
Yeah, so I've been kind of exhausted here lately, and damn, if this time change has really threw me for a loop. But I took a nap, so I should be bright-eyed and bushy-tailed for this thing.
Right, we're gonna get after it. Shout out to our recruiting coordinator Ben Simmons there with that beautiful child there that is far too beautiful to be his. By the way. Ben says Frank's gone. Suck it, Kalester. He's already giving you some crap. That's funny.
Hey, I don't give a shit. I wanted this.
We're going to talk about Frank Martin possibly leaving the program there. Brock wants to know how many pounds you've lost this week, Kale. Have you kept up with it, sir?
6. I think we're up to like 26 total.
26 pounds, ladies and gentlemen. Jackpot is damn right.
Feeling like an Olympic gold medalist.
I'm going to send you my Diamond Dallas Page yoga stuff. If we can get you doing some yoga too, your ass will be cutting backflips on this damn show before summertime.
Well, I might be able to do that eventually. Right now, I'm not supposed. I don't know why I'm not supposed to exercise.
Okay, then, terrific.
I don't know why.
I'm not mocking what you're doing. You lost 26 fucking pounds. That's pretty good.
It's got something to do with with your metabolism, something or another. I don't know, but they don't want you to exercise at first.
As Ben says, good stuff, sir. By the way, thanks to Ben Simmons, he has entered our Callaway's Bracket Challenge, which we've gotten a ton of folks into that today, Jackpot.
I need to send you my little money for that.
I assumed you were going to be in the damn thing. Anyway, the Callaway's Bracket Challenge, get in now. I put the link in the show description here. If you have a problem, let me know on Facebook or the Rob and Kale Facebook page. We can do that. You can also go to Twitter, which is at Rob Sounds Good. And Ben wants to know if you gave up the tall daddies.
The what?
He wants to know if you gave up the tall daddies.
Yeah, I did. I'm not going to lie. I'm supposed to not drink anything at all. I've drank a few Michelob Ultras. I don't tell many people that. Because they don't do it in one of the Facebook groups I was in at one time. That was a huge sign of being a vagina if you drank Michelob Ultras. But fuck it. I mean,
nah, it's not. It's not that. It's whatever beer that Ben drinks that makes you a vagina. We
this
all
is
know
true.
that.
those brown cozies.
Yeah. Well, anyway, Ben, one of our favorite listeners, we appreciate him, and he's in the bracket challenge. You want to get into it too? I tell you what, it's going to be. We had a shit ton of people in it last year.
When's our deadline to enter that?
Before the first games tip off, I'm looking at the bracket right now, and I think, hold on here, please. I don't want to tell anybody lies. They're not doing Thursday and Friday this year. It's like Thursday and Saturday. That's like when the first game, Friday and Saturday. So like Let me see if I've got the actual date here. It doesn't give us the dates on this shit yet. But yeah, I think the first round is on Friday. That's when the first game starts. So it's Friday, Sunday, and then Saturday, Monday. So that's how it works. So we'll get into that. But yeah, Friday at noon is the drop dead date. You got to get in by then. So
Well,
I'm hoping.
How is this working? All of them are in Indianapolis, right?
Well, they're around Indiana. Some of them are going to be in that Lucas Oil Field. Some of them are going to be in Hinkle Fieldhouse.
Oh,
They're at different spots all over the state of Indiana. So yeah, there's that. Anyway, thanks to Callaway's for sponsoring our bracket challenge. And if you want to get involved with that, the link is in the description right there. Also, Callaway's Bar and Grill, Callaway'sBarandGrill.com. Go and check them out. Get you some retro video games, ice cold beer, good food. It's at Callaway's in West Columbia, Highway 1 diagonal from the Walmart. They are looking for cooks and bartenders right now with the pandemic easing up. They're able to stay open late and they need some help. So if you want a job, go and apply at Callaway's, which is Highway 1 diagonal from the Walmart in West Columbia. Also, from DNC Trucking and Transport, Fireside Chats with Uncle Kale. Dennis Wilson will be in our bracket challenge. He plays every year. Looking forward to seeing his picks. And yeah, Fireside Chats with Uncle Kale here. Kale, read away.
hold on. Right. Fucking never mind. Fuck it. I was just okay. Where are we at? All right. Sucks to be a Gamecock. My athletic administration may fire Frank Martin. I guess we have to make another home run hire. It's been 2,293 days since my team has beaten Clemson on the football field. Remember, it sucks to be a Gamecock. Go Tigers.
That message courtesy of Dennis Wilson, DNC Trucking and Transport. Follow Dennis on Facebook. And if you need a job driving a truck, Dennis needs your help too if you got a CDL license. It's like all of our businesses that sponsor the show, they need some help. So get your ass employed. All right, let's get into this thing with Frank Martin. Phil Kornblut from Sports Talk, who is someone that I worked for a long time ago now, and gave me one of my big first breaks as far as being a sportscaster. Him and Kevin McCreary, I have a ton of respect for. Put out the following here. This is on the Sports Talk SC website, and I'm reading directly from there. Phil Kornblut wrote this. A decision on the coaching future of Frank Martin with the men's basketball program will be rendered early next week. Sources told sportstalksc.com on Saturday. Martin will meet with Gamecocks athletic director Ray Tanner perhaps as early as Monday. According to the sources, Martin will be presented with multiple options from the university, none of which includes remaining as the head coach. That to me sounds like step into my office, you're fucking fired. Am I outside of my realm there, Jackpot?
That sounds like it to me. I mean, talk about multiple options. I mean, what other options would there be?
Yeah.
I mean, either you got a job or you don't, right? I mean, they're not going to keep. I mean, what are they going to do? Keep him around to clean the damn toilets at the Colonial Life, or keep him around to blow up basketballs? It makes no sense. Multiple options.
Well, I don't understand. I know Phil well enough to know that if he wrote that in there, then there's something to it. But I think Frank Martin, according to that report, is going to be fired by the end of the week. And I tell you what, with Gamecock, the thing that bothers me about this, and I'm going to put this out there really quick. They paid Will Muschamp, what was it, $17 million? They're going to have to pay Frank Martin $6 million. So that's $23 million that you're going to pay people not to coach your program. I don't want to hear shit from this university about, we don't have money for inner X sport here that nobody cares about. Men's diving, women's dive, whatever the hell it is. Don't be cutting programs when you're paying $23 million for two guys not to coach there. I don't want to hear that. That's bullshit on your part. And maybe it's because I'm still in the Frank Martin corner here. I think he needs at least one more year, in my opinion, but you're going to pay him $6 million to stay home. Wow. Just fucking wow. And by the way, now you got to think about who's next. I texted with our friend, the Comrade, earlier today, and he had a perfect idea. Normally, he's full of stupidity, but this was actually a great idea. And I told him I'd give him credit for it on the show tonight. And I'll even read the tweet or the text from him. That way I don't misquote his ass, and he's trying to fuck with me later on. He says point blank, I would offer him a 1-year extension with an option for a 2-year extension. He isn't healthy. Give him a mulligan. He said, then I would go to Dawn Staley would be the first person he would go to. I would offer her what Frank is making, allow her to pick her successor with the ladies, and put her name on the court. Jackpot, are you buying that, sir?
God. Do we currently have any female head coaches in Division I anywhere?
No.
Okay. No.
So
I don't see South Carolina's not trendsetters like that. They're not known for being trailblazers. They're known for being
they were a trailblazer, Cale. The only statue that's outside of the Colonial Life Arena is a women's player. I mean, that was a trailblazing move.
Tennessee hadn't done that before.
I don't think they have one like that. I mean, to be honest,
Tennessee's got a statue of coach.
They got they may have a statue of Pat Summitt, but I'm talking about as far as a player. I think that there's. I think that's the only statue that I know of a women's player in the.
I can see. I mean, I get the thing that you could get female basketball players at college level there to respect a male coach, but I'm not trying to be sexist here. I don't know.
I'm not trying to put you on an island or motherfuck you right here on the air, Cale, but you don't think that the men would listen to Dawn Staley is what you're throwing out there?
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, that's fair. I mean, and you know what? That's one way to look at it, to be completely honest with you.
That's when they've been conditioned to their whole life. I just don't think it's time for that. I don't know. She couldn't do it though.
Yeah. Well, no, if you think that, and there's going to be a section of people that wonder that, can she go in and have the voice to have these men listen to her? I mean, I think that's fair. That's not sexist. It's just what you think. Me personally, I think that if I were going to look at a team, I would look, or as far as a coach, I would look to the upstate with Pat Kelsey from Winthrop. And if you look at Winthrop, I'm looking at their the past since he's been there. Make sure I've got my numbers correct here. So since in the past, what 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 seasons, he's won 18, 19, 26 games, 23 games, 19 games, 20 games. Pat Kelsey can coach, and it's right there in the upstate. I don't know why that's a name that shouldn't be out there. Yeah, there's some comments here. Adam says the only good thing South Carolina has to destroy it, leave the women's game alone. Yeah, there's that too. Ben with another comment here. Hire Dawn Staley to coach the men immediately. Oh man, Jackpot, do you like Pat Kelsey from up at Winthrop? Would that be a way that you'd want to go?
I assume so. I haven't paid a lot of attention to Winthrop basketball lately. I know they had built a good tradition up there with old Greg Marshall. And so I'm assuming that Kelsey, what's his Kelsey Grammer? No, that was Frazier from the Pat Kelsey. I guess he was his successor, right?
Yeah, if we put some hair on you, you'd look like Norm from Cheers, who sat next to Kelsey Grammer.
Cool.
Norm, what an old reference that is. Just sitting there drinking beer. That'll be funny.
I'm more of a Clifford C. Clavin fan myself.
All right. Well, we'll take your calls on this, by the way, at 803-470-2905.
If
803-470-2905. If you have an idea.
If he hadn't gotten snatched up by Virginia Tech a year or so ago, Mike Young, I think, would have been the way to go. But
yeah,
it was a hell of a coach.
That's true too. He's a hell of a coach, and he was ACC Coach of the Year this year for them. They're in the tournament. Clemson's also in the tournament. They're going to play. They're the 7 seed. They play the 10 seed Rutgers. Man, the hate for Brad Brownell is strong, man. Everybody's like, we're going to lose to Rutgers, and I'm like, wait a minute.
Charlotte Knights.
I'm looking at this though. Rutgers has been a shit show for the past month, basically. Clemson could win that game, and Houston. I mean, Houston's not the best in the world, for God's sake. Clemson could be competitive in that. They could make the Sweet 16. That'll piss off the Brad Brownell haters. Oof.
I don't think they're getting past Houston, but what do they see? The number 2?
Houston's the 2 seed. Yep. Clemson's a 7 seed. Just saying, it's not the most damning lineup there as far as matchups for Clemson. They could possibly get in the mix. It's not that far.
The biggest name I've seen thrown out there for South Carolina's in for a head coach they're might be going after is this guy from Oklahoma State.
We're talking about Mike Boynton?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, he's the former Gamecock, right? Yeah.
Yeah,
He wants to come home. Hell, who knows? That might be right.
But I've also seen quotes as people say, South Carolina fans, and some of them on Facebook, they're so damn they're so in their feelings sometimes. It's just damning. And one of them said something about he's already said he won't come back here. Okay, won't come back here for what? What, to the state of South Carolina? Maybe he doesn't want to come back to the state of South Carolina because it's full of redneck Clemson fans. So it don't have anything to do with the University of South Carolina, located in the crown jewel of the state, the Queen City, which would be Columbia. And I don't believe that.
I don't know if I'm buying all that. I think that there may be an opportunity for. If he wants to come back, he can come back. I mean, there may be a section of him that wants to come home. Remember, Shane Beamer point blank said, he waited for the South Carolina job, and that was he could have had other jobs. Shout out to Trevor watching on YouTube tonight. With all respect to Clemson, Rutgers will beat them. Rutgers is a lot better than people think. The Big Ten is just a gauntlet. You have to give.
Thank you, Trevor. Thank you, somebody with some common sense chiming in. Appreciate it.
I was gonna say
they also
has a win over a number 1 seed. They beat Illinois this year, so there's that too.
Also, when they lose in their conference tournament, the Rutgers fans don't send racist tweets to the star player on the Rutgers team either.
Well, that's because they lost in the Big Ten tournament by 30, and everybody was hammered and couldn't tweet afterwards. But continue. Keep on keeping on with that. I hate it when you bring that up. That fucking, because I can't defend that at all. It's just like, fuck, that happened.
Oh, our friend over there, Megan's Drawers or whatever his name is, the Georgia fan, he says we need to see proof of this, see proof of these tweets before these direct messages. What? I mean, what? Why would he? He ain't gonna publish that, okay? Because it's just it ain't something that needs to be brought to light in that way. But he's not gonna ruin his reputation just by making false claims like that. I mean, shit happened. I'm sure of it.
803-470-2905. Do you think Frank Martin should be fired? I mean, do you think that should happen? Jackpot, I loaded that tonight just for you. when Vince McMahon says you're fired, that's pretty much it. So there's that. I mean, just being honest, when you hear that from Vince McMahon, you know shit is serious. Then when you hear this, exactly.
I wish we could get a sound clip on there about the grapefruits.
The grapefruits. Well, you tell me what it is.
I've got grapefruits.
Oh,
genetic.
Vince McMahon says that? That's funny. Yeah, the Vince McMahon grapefruits jackhammer comment. Troy, I agree with you, man. You're right about that.
Or
anyway,
when he made JR join the Kiss My Ass Club and he pulled his drawers. He was wearing a fucking thong, and they buried JR's face in his fucking ass. Woo!
Up close and personal says, "My goodness, the man had COVID."
He was up close and personal.
Says, "Give him another year, Jackpot." I don't think you're being very sensitive, sir.
The man had COVID twice. Give him another year. Okay. Well, I mean, he ain't exactly done a whole lot with the talent that we've got. The years he didn't have COVID. I mean, it's my thing.
Yeah, there's that too. Anyway, so Jackpot, you're cool with it if he leaves, right? I mean,
yeah.
Okay, well. And Pat Kelsey, and then someone asked who would you rather have, Pat Kelsey or Wes Miller? Which one would you rather have, Jack?
I just now found out who Kelsey Grammer was, and I don't know who the fuck is Wes Miller?
Wes Miller? The basketball. Oh God, I had it in my notes, man. Hold on. Wes, yeah, he is.
I'm sorry, I don't keep up with these coaches the way I do.
Level. Coaches at UNC Greensboro in the SoCon.
I'd take Kelsey Grammer. To me, some reason I think Winthrop plays on. They're in what's Winthrop in the Big South?
Yeah, Big South. Yeah.
I don't know. I think that's just a better basketball right now. The Southern Conference basketball doesn't. It seems to be down somewhat to me.
Well, with that though, I mean, let's be honest here on this too. You've got Winthrop went 24-1, so they were pretty damn good. What's that?
That's pretty good.
Yeah, they went 24-1 and they lost one game by 2 points this year. So
who'd they lose to?
It was a road game. I think it was at East Tennessee State or something. They lost by 2 points. I have to look it up, but
hard to go up
everybody else
to the mountains and knock off the Buccaneers, though. So yeah, I have to give them a mulligan there.
Troy says, "Do you also
altitude fucks with you?"
Brownell is not a good coach. You know what? Here's the thing with Brownell. I think that he can coach some X's and O's, but you can be a good X's and O's coach, but if you can't string it all together, none of that matters. None of that matters with Brad Brownell, you know? And I think that's why.
Look at Will Muschamp. I mean, he was a good X's and O's guy on defense.
On the defensive side of the ball. Yeah, on the defensive side of the ball. I could buy that. Yeah, nothing wrong with that. But I don't think that we should sit here and look at him from the perspective that Brad Brownell is like this awesome coach. And I'm tired of people. The first thing that comes out of people's mouths is, he's the winningest all-time coach in Clemson history. I don't give a fuck. I really don't give a fuck. If you're a basketball coach,
that's because he's been there for a long time.
Yeah. Here's a thought. You want to be a good coach, win some damn tournament games. Make it to the tournament. I'd rather them go 19-12 every year and go to the tournament than have a year like once every other 4 years or whatever. They go 23-5 and then they lose out in the second round or whatever.
Yeah,
That's kind of the projection that they're on.
he's kind of the winningest coach in the program's history by default. That's kind of like up here in Greenville, the high school that our rival high school. So it opened in like 1971, right? And they had the same football coach from 1971 to 2005. Okay, but they had a lot of shitty years in there. And they had some decent years in there too. Well, they retired. They named the stadium after him because he was the winningest all-time football coach in Greenville County history. Guess what he also was?
The losingest all-time
fucking losingest coach in Greenville County football history too. So,
well, and I'm a Brett Favre fan, but Brett Favre is like the all-time leader in interceptions in the NFL history. So there's that too.
So shout out to him and East Side High. Fuck you.
Read Jerome's comment there, Jackpot.
Frank Martin is a home run hire, maybe for somebody.
Ben says he's a BB supporter. Of course you are, Ben.
And when they brought him on, 8-9 years ago, man, I thought, oh God, I was like, we're gonna turn the corner now. But, yeah, I don't know. Does Dave Odom have any eligibility? How old is he? You think
Dave Odom? Are you really asking? You want me to look that up for you?
Prop him back up over there. Does he have health issues now? I don't know.
I used to tell our former co-host, "Fuck you, do your own research." But for you, Jackpot, I will look this up. Dave Odom was born in 1942, so that puts him at 79 years old.
Yeah, that might be. He just kind of retired. He just kind of went away. He just retired, kind of. And
well, yeah, I mean, he left South Carolina in 2008. Then you had Darren Horn, and then now Darren. There's a home run hire. Oh, home run hire. What a fucko he was.
Oh my God.
What a shithead. Anyway, taking calls now. You think Martin
fucking Wofford and lost.
803-470-2905. 803-470-2905. That is the number to call. Another note. Go ahead.
Why did I can't even remember now why Eddie Fogler, why he left South Carolina?
Oh God, we're digging way deep there. It was something along the lines of
he had some good teams.
Yeah, but I think his last season he kind of sucked. Adam's a good Adam's got some good comments here. Adam's like our YouTube star of the night, by the way. Had COVID twice, but how about the assistant coaches and who's going to want to come with the sanctions for the next 2 years? Make him stay and coach it out. Exactly. He also says the days of yelling at players is over. He has to change his coaching style and is too stupid to realize it. There was one thing from the we didn't talk about this because they played on Thursday night. You know, there were three guys on Thursday night that did not play in the tournament. Seventh Woods didn't play. Justin Minaya and
Keyshawn
didn't play, or was it Bryant? Either way, but you had three of your better players that didn't play. Two of them by coach's decision. And when Frank Martin was asked about it, he said, "I was worried about their mental health." Really? I heard that. He said that. He said that live. I was worried about their mental health.
Well, they having panic attacks. So did the Grand Ole Opry spook the shit out of them in Nashville? And what the fuck?
Yeah, Cousinard and Bryant. Thank you, Jerome. Yeah, so no Cousinard, no Bryant, and no Seventh Woods. You know, they released that like right before the game. And I almost messaged you, Jackpot, but I figured I don't know if you were sleeping or not, but I was like, fuck, Gamecocks will lose this game by 30. I mean, shit.
I mean, they hung in there in the first half. I mean,
yeah, they did, but I mean,
first 10 minutes, it was
players.
It was virtually even. And then, I mean, after that, I mean, it was just. Yeah.
I'm gonna piss Jackpot off. You lack depth.
Lack
you
of
didn't have
depth.
enough
Lack
depth.
of depth. Well, you know who else lacked depth? Miami. They still won. Still won though. Won. They
Shit.
won. They didn't need Mr. Chop Suey, Mr. Sushi, and Mr. Feng Li. All they needed was Wong.
Good point, sir.
Take
Good
care
point.
of a tater.
By the way, there was a football note that I wish I could come back to something of that, but I'll just basically I'm just gonna sit here for a second and I wish I could say something valid, but I don't really have anything to that. Clemson shouldn't have lost that game, to be honest with you. And it really sucks that Clemson had Georgia Tech ended up winning the ACC. But whenever Jackpot starts talking about Miami, the only thing I can say,
why don't you hold your dicks for a minute? We'll be done here in a second.
God, nothing.
You know, I saw something before ahead of last night's game that was pretty interesting. That was only the second time in the history of the ACC tournament. Now, grant you, this thing's been played since 1953. It's only the second time that the final didn't involve at least one team from North Carolina. That's craziness to me. I mean, thinking back to all those good teams they had at Maryland over the years, and all that, they've had lots of good teams at Georgia Tech over the years. Virginia.
Well, look at Florida State now. I mean,
Florida State, Virginia's been real solid. I wonder who the other was. Well, I may have been Florida State. Did they play Virginia one year in the final? I'm not sure.
I'd have to look at it. I'd have to look at it, to be honest with you.
It was probably It might have been Maryland and Virginia at some point.
It may have been.
It was more. It could have been Clemson and so. Oh, never mind. They didn't ever make it there. Fuck.
God damn it!
You got to be shitting me.
Jackpot's with all these backhanded shit tonight, man. We got to talk about Darion Kendrick. The guy leaves the Clemson program, and I posted this on my blog page at foxsportsradio1400.com. And Trey's asking, is Frank officially out? There is several reports.
Not been an announcement official.
Hasn't been announced, but it looks like Frank Martin may be gone. But yeah, if you guys want to call in on that, 803-470-2905, we'll take calls on that this evening. In addition
didn't they find Darion asleep with a gun?
I was getting to that. How do you go from this guy 247 Sports said he was the number one player in the transfer portal. So not just number one defensive back, number one player in the transfer portal. Okay. Projected. Some people had him projected as a late first round pick this year. And what happens to you? You take your ass back to Rock Hill and you're in your girlfriend's car in a parking lot of an apartment building, asleep with a gun in your lap.
He'd been rolling down the street. He'd been rolling down the street, smoking and dough, sipping on gin and juice. And then he just pulled into some damn apartments and falls asleep.
Yeah, I mean, he pulls into the apartment. I think it was his girlfriend's apartment. I'm not sure, but I've heard reports of that. But
there's some wasn't there a Georgia idiot a couple years ago, or maybe last year, that got arrested that had been drinking and he fell asleep at the damn traffic light? You remember that?
Yeah, I remember that. But Georgia has players who get arrested all the time, so it's kind of hard for me to keep up with all of that. By the way,
I know, you gotta specify which one you're talking about. I gotta
specify. But Joyner should have signed with, or Joyner. Why am I saying Joyner? Why do I always get mixed up? Why does that always happen?
Quit trying to lump our young man into that. He's clean. He has a clean goddamn bill of health.
Yeah, he's got a clean jersey too. Never playing the fucking game. His jersey's clean as shit too.
Yeah, thug. Anyway, like y'all got up there.
Oh yeah, damn. Anyway, so this guy is DK is a guy that Darion Kendrick. Well, I think I said Joyner earlier, but Darion Kendrick
Hell, you put it in the fucking title of the video last week.
I know. Look, I never said I was fucking smart, Kale. Goddamn. Stop like I'm the smartest guy in the world. But no, with Kendrick though, I mean, this guy was projected to be all this stuff. He should have just went ahead and signed with Georgia. They know how to handle those arrest things down there. He could have been in the Georgia wing of the jail. It would have been great. So Darion could work at McDonald's with Jeremy Pruitt when he gets out of jail. Good point, Brock. Jerome says Joyner hoping for fifth string quarterback under Satterfield. If they don't put him on the field as a wide receiver, I mean, I have to question the young man and his ability to want to play at this point. If he doesn't make the where he gets on the field at some point, if after the spring he's not listed as one of the wideouts that's going to see action, I'm just guessing that he doesn't want to play. I think that's where I'm at with Joyner. I mean, would you agree with me on that, Jackpot?
I just don't think that he's been used right. I mean, hell, last year, they never even saw him. He didn't get any touches. They very rarely figured him into the mix offensively. Maybe one time a game they saw something. Their offensive plan was horse shit anyway. With that fucking Nimrod, who I would just slap Joe. Fuck him. Yeah, fucking dickhead Jones over there as offensive coordinator calling the plays. I don't think he was about anything other than handing the ball off and running Kevin Harris into the ground, which ended up working out, and whatever it meant to appease his fucking boy, that black quarterback, the 90-year-old Jesus, whatever his name was, old pirate leg running around out there with a couple of old pirate legs. That guy's horrible. I wonder what did he go somewhere? Did he land somewhere?
He left. I don't know. Remember, the best part was there was, and we had reports of this last, before football season started. Remember people telling us Colin Hill can make all of the NFL throws. He can make all the throws. Remember that? And we're sitting here and we're buying that, and we're like, well, fuck, if he can make the throws, whoa, buddy. There was the one that I liked the best. He knows Mike Bobo's offense. He knows the offense. Ryan Helinski, okay, the kid's only a sophomore in college now. Only been playing football since he's goddamn, probably 5-6 years old. You think he's not smart enough to read a fucking playbook and memorize some shit? I'm sorry. He knows the playbook. Fuck. How many other schools do you see that happen at? You bring in a new coach, new offensive coordinator, and they bring their own fucking quarterback with them, right?
Because he knows the playbook. No, you teach the other kid the goddamn playbook.
Yeah, you know where Ryan Helinski's going to go.
There were just a bunch of fuck ups down there anyway. So
they were, but Ryan Helinski's going to go to Northwestern, and he's going to win some games up there. Watch, they'll utilize him correctly up there.
I hope he makes Pat Fitzgerald a very, very rich man.
Oh, well, Pat Fitzgerald's Fitzgerald's one of the better coaches up there anyway, but watch him go up there. Yeah. And I'm not knocking the Gamecock quarterbacks that are here, but I just think that Ryan Helinski's better than all of them, in my opinion. I know that there's a section of folks that love Luke Doty and everything else, but Helinski threw for almost 400 yards against Alabama. When you can do that, I don't give a shit. You're a good quarterback. Just saying. Adam says he's getting chopped tomorrow. Yeah, that may be true with Frank Martin. Al Black says, oh my God, I hope Howland gets fired from Mississippi State too. We'll see. Tomorrow's Black Monday on the coaching trail as far as the college basketball stuff. Mm-hmm. And Patrick Davis with a good point. Jackpot, I want to see you coach the South Carolina basketball team. Bring those recruits to some parties and get them some
Okay.
By the way, there is another name that's out there that I was talking with Tim Frisbee, the former Gamecock receiver, and he's like, I think he told me Rick Pitino. Rick Pitino got into the tournament with Iona. Freaking Skeletor is in the NCAA tournament.
Wait, he's coaching?
He's coaching at Iona, and he
Yeah.
will be in the NCAA tournament, sir. Yes,
Iona.
sir.
That's where Jimmy V started out at.
Yeah.
Another name that speaking of Mississippi State, another name that I'd heard bandied about for a potential at South Carolina is Rick Stansbury. He used to be the coach at Mississippi State. He's now the coach at Western Kentucky.
Yeah. Wasn't that where Darren Horn was, though? Didn't Darren Horn coach at Western Kentucky? Or was that Eastern Kentucky?
It was Western Kentucky.
Yeah. I think you guys have already been fuckoed by that for once. You really want to go back to that. Mr. P with a great name there. Bobby Hurley. Why not? Bring back
that's
Eddie.
interesting.
Whatever
happened to Wojo?
Well, Wojo's up at Penn State, I still believe. Yeah. He's up at Penn State.
He's the head coach.
Yeah. Wojciechowski's up at Penn State, I believe. Jerome wants to bring back Eddie Fogler. How old is Eddie Fogler? Let's see how that'll work out.
I don't think he's probably real old. He's probably 60-something.
No. Eddie Fogler is 72 years old.
Seriously.
Yeah, he was born in 1948. He's 72 years old.
Last time I saw was he announcing or some of the games or
Yeah, he was doing some stuff like that.
yeah. Bobby Crimmins he is still available.
Bobby. How old is Bobby? It's funny because everybody
Did he take the job this time? He fucked us over about 25, 30 damn years ago. I'll have you know.
God, he didn't fuck you over. Bobby Crimmins.
He took the damn job and then he said, I want to go back to Georgia Tech.
I mean, would you rather go to Georgia Tech or South Carolina? Georgia Tech's the ACC champion this year. Just saying.
I don't know. At the time, Georgia Tech, I guess he kind of built that program.
Connor Johnson says, leaving Helinski, in my opinion, was our best shot at being really good or bad this year. Our chances with him are better than without him. That's a good point. Muschamp and home run hire shouldn't be in the same book, much less sentence. We just like using the term home run hire, and it was a COVID year because it makes Jack
a COVID year.
Lisa says, get Bobby Knight. Hold on. How old is Bobby Knight?
Yeah.
No.
I don't know.
Bobby
You
Knight.
talk about not you want to get away from some coach who yells at players. He doesn't yell at them. He just straight up beats the shit out of the motherfuckers if they don't do what he wants.
He's a hands-on coach. He's 80 years old.
Okay, he's gonna whip him with his cane then.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't like him.
All right, so Jackpot's not on board with anybody. He just doesn't want Frank Martin there anymore. That's the only thing we can get solid out of Jackpot tonight.
I thought it was hilarious when he threw that chair across the court that time.
I think my favorite Bobby Knight story was his team was practicing or whatever. He goes into the bathroom, wipes his ass, brings the paper out and shows it to him and says, "You're playing like this," with his pants around his ankles and his dick shining to everybody. And he's showing them shitty toilet paper. "You're playing like this." And then throws it on the floor, walks back in, cleans his ass up, and continues practice. I think
that's horrible. You think he had a low-key big hog?
I mean, I don't know about all that. I mean, I don't want to get into all that.
This was one of his teams in Indiana?
Yeah, one of his Indiana teams.
I wonder
that was one of the stories
for checking out his hog meat.
Isaac
Thomas.
Maybe. God damn it. That's harsh. Scott Drew, that would be interesting. Why not go with that? I mean,
who's that?
Scott Drew is the guy that was at Valpo and
Oh
Yeah,
yeah,
works-
Yeah.
Well, isn't he at Baylor though? I mean, isn't he?
Yeah.
He's the head coach
He
at Baylor.
he played for Valpo, right? He
Yeah, and
played
then
for
they
his
knocked
dad.
out Ole Miss. Scott Drew is the head coach at Baylor. He's not going to come here. Someone dig Frank McGuire up. Fuck me. Funny shit there, ladies and gentlemen. 803-470-2905, 803-470-2905. BJ Mackey, there's another interesting coach. Connor says, showing them shitty toilet paper, should have just shit in a bucket for a week and split it up in buckets and all the lockers. Connor's over the top. BJ Mackey is an interesting name for a coach too, though. Former Gamecock player. I know he was coaching at Charleston Southern for a while. You could go with the coach at the College of Charleston. He might be an option. They're a pretty solid team down there, but
Yeah.
I don't know, man. But it looks like Frank Martin's going to be finding another job here before long. And Jesus, jackpot, $23 million to get rid of 2 coaches in a calendar year. I mean, we
It's a
always
lot
say
of money, but if they keep going the direction that they've been going, though, I mean, what are the losses? What are your potential losses as opposed to your upfront losses?
Troy with a great line. My favorite Bobby Knight is him saying, I want to be buried upside down so my critics can kiss my ass. Yeah, he said that too. 90 Justin L. I agree. Bring back Darren Horn. What else do we got to lose? Well, at this point, I mean, here's my thing though. And I truly believe this. If you're going to fire Frank Martin, you better have somebody that's lined up, that's ready to go. You can't go into this thinking, you know what, somebody, no. You need to have somebody lined up now. Fuck all this fuckery of, we'll just go here and, and someone will come to us. That's not going to happen. You got to have somebody lined up. Otherwise, the fuckery will continue. That's just the way that it is. Rick Pitino, yeah, interesting there. 803-470-2905. Did you watch any of the bracket stuff? Yeah, it's true. Did you look at any of the bracket, Jackpot? Do you have anything that you like?
I was walking around. I wasn't home. I had it on my phone. We were walking around buying some groceries at Food Line. I had it in my buggy. So I saw some of that. I saw the Clemson selection and that.
One of the things that's interesting about the bracket is that by Tuesday, everybody has to be in. If you can't get in because of COVID or whatever, Louisville is the #1 replacement team. Congratulations to Louisville.
Didn't Louisville snub the NIT?
Yeah, I was getting to that. Louisville and Duke told the NIT to pound sand, which is kind of interesting. Here's the NIT field. Normally you have teams in the NIT field that are like, all right, that's not bad. The NIT field consists of Richmond, Toledo, St. Mary's, Western Kentucky, Davidson, NC State, Boise State, SMU, Colorado State, Buffalo, Ole Miss and Louisiana Tech, Memphis and Dayton, and St. Louis and Mississippi State.
That sounds like a bunch of group of 5 football teams.
Yeah, it's just a bunch of fuckery is what that basically boils down to. I've got
paint dry. I mean, none of those teams, none of those are sexy for me. None of them check the boxes or are in my wheelhouse.
Well, I mean, and here's the thing. They're all playing in Dallas. Are you going to go watch a game in Dallas? Get the fuck out of here with all that nonsense. That's not happening. But looking at the bracket here, the #1 seeds, of course, Gonzaga, Baylor, Illinois, and Michigan. I think everybody's in love with Gonzaga. They haven't lost a game, but okay. We'll have our tournament bracket. We'll go over some games on in the coming Wednesday when we do our show.
One of those Clemson. Damn it!
What?
One of those Clemson fans called in on Friday. I guess it was. I heard of the end of it on the Walt show, and Walt got real crunk on him hating on Brad Brownell, and he ended up hanging up on the guy because he couldn't win the argument because the guy, was trying to, he couldn't convince him that losing to a team that only had 6 scholarship players available, that only won 10 damn games all year in the tournament, was not acceptable. And Walt just continued to pound in the fact that Clemson was a better team than Miami. I still think that they just are.
Fucking lost.
But they just had an off game and finally ended up hanging up on the guy.
You know what? I'm sick. Here's my thing. It is a wins and losses business. If you win games, great. If you lose games, be held accountable for them. If this wasn't the first time that this happened with Brad Brownell, then you could give him a pass. But he loses at least 2 or 3 games like this every fucking year.
Yep.
Every fucking year. Just stop. If you want to lick his balls, Mr. Deptula, go up there and ask him. He might let you do it. But hold him accountable, for God's sake, man. Shit. I'm tired of people just fucking, and the other line too. Well, who could we get to come here? Motherfucker, who gives a shit? It's anybody's better than this right now. I mean, shit. You want somebody that, yes, they made the NCAA tournament, and that's great. But you know what? You know what they lose off this team? They lose Amir Sims. They're all ACC second team.
Thank God we can't get harassed anymore.
Jesus Christ. They lose Clyde Trapp, who was a very good player for them. And the big Jonathan Bear, I think is his name. I mean, they lose those 3 guys. What do you got coming back? Yeah, I mean, just shut the fuck up with all that. I got some lines here for you. North Carolina is a 2-point favorite over Wisconsin. Villanova is a 6.5-point favorite over Winthrop. The 5 versus 12 matchup. Yeah, there you go with that.
So Winthrop is seeded 12th, and they've only lost 1 game.
Yes, sir.
Not a lot of respect there. That seems like kind of a slap in the face.
I think I would agree with you on that. Florida is a 1-point favorite over Virginia Tech. And let's see here. I'm looking through the rest of them. I'm trying to find the Clemson line here. Tennessee's an 8.5-point favorite over Oregon as a 5 seed over that 12 seed there. Let me just keep going here.
Favorite against the Taters.
Oh God. Do you want the line for the Clemson Rutgers game? Jesus.
It's probably a pick 'em.
Yeah, you think it's a pick 'em? Goodness. Clemson is a 1-point favorite over Rutgers.
Wow.
Why don't you hold your dicks for a minute? We'll be done here in a second.
Jesus Christ. Here's the write-up from The Athletic. Don't be surprised to see low over-under totals in Clemson's games. The Tigers have a top 20 defense, according to KenPom, and play a slow-tempo style to go with it. The odds makers have caught on as Clemson's games finished with 11 over and 11 under this year. It's been 30 years since the Scarlet Knights were in the NCAA tournament and 38 years since they won a game in the tourney. December wins against Illinois and Purdue boost their resume, but they've only had 1 win against a tournament team in 2021. So all of their big wins came in 2020, and they got in because of that. Damn it.
So they had some early season success, huh?
Yeah, some early season success. And
let's hope they can string together a late run. Yeah, Phil, that's a good story there. I mean, made the tournament first time in 30 years. I mean, this is, it's like a Cinderella story. It really is. I mean, perhaps I should make a movie about it.
By the way, Alabama won the SEC tournament today, and Alabama fans now think that they are a basketball school. Jesus fucking Christ with all that.
I can't believe that. Now we got to worry about them in basketball too, huh?
Shit. Their coach was wearing the red blazer like Nick Saban wears when he's not, when he's out on the rubber chicken circuit. He's out there in his red blazer today, talking about all of that stuff. Yeah, well, I'm proud.
You saw a coach down in Alabama named Wimp Sanderson. He wore a plaid sport coat.
I have a plaid sports coat. I might start wearing that for the show.
Do you really?
Of course I do.
Plaid sports coat.
I swear to you, I have a plaid sports coat. I've got a
picture. Did you get it off Mr. Bentley from the Jeffersons?
No, it's a blue plaid sports coat. I think I've got a picture of myself with it. Hold on, let me see if I can pull it up here. I know I've got a picture of me in a plaid sports coat. I can show you that. Hold on, please. You don't have a plaid sports coat, Kale? I figured you would.
No.
What about a seersucker suit? You have one of those? A little brown and a little blue and white one? Got one of those? No. No. Oh, hell. Damn it. I figured you would have one of those. I'm trying to find. I've got a picture of me in a seersucker suit.
I got a pair of the kind of like the Jim Cornette, the Christmas look with the red blazer and the green shirt. White pants. Yeah, I got that. I'm just kidding.
But no seersucker suit, huh?
No.
KU and Virginia are facing COVID-19 concerns. Both teams plan to travel to Indianapolis. Well, maybe you should stay the fuck away from there so you don't give it to everybody else. Just a thought. I'm trying to find. I've got. Oh, there it is. You wanna see a picture of me in my? Hold on. Let's see if I can send this. I'll show it to you right now. A little picture of me in a little seersucker coat here. Not a seersucker coat. This is like a. This is a full plaid jacket. Let me just send it this way. Everybody laugh at me in my full plaid jacket. I wore this jacket, Jackpot, when I won Sportscaster of the Year for the SCBA. I wore this jacket. Hold on. I'll pull it up right now. This is actually really funny. Let me see if I can grab it from right here. We'll end the show on this, but I might loan you my plaid jacket, Jackpot. You could probably fit in it, and then you can wear that. That'd be awesome. Jackpot's like, I don't want your jacket, fucko. Come on, open them.
Those
that may be the worst fashion thing that I have is my plaid jacket. Now that I think about it, as it's loading, here we go. Bear with us over there. This will be worth the second of your time here.
This is like waiting on fucking Christmas.
I know, right? We get to make fun of Rob with his damn jacket. Why not? Could be funny, right? Come on, God damn it.
Yeah.
Come on, motherfucker. This thing, I don't know why this shit's so slow this evening. Oh, there it is. All right, here we go. Make it big, motherfucker. This is actually really funny. All right. Will the women get the 1 seed? They might. Here we go. Let me share my screen here, and you guys can see this because this is pretty stupid. Chrome tab, Facebook. Don't laugh too hard here, Jackpot. There we go. It's coming up there now. Come on. Oh, here we go. Look at this. Look at this shit. Oh yeah.
Holy shit.
That's me in a full plaid jacket, ladies and gentlemen.
I swear. Yeah, it work bad.
I won Sportscaster of the Year that year. So yeah.
What year
Brent
was
says
that?
They 2012, I think, something like that.
Okay.
I won it 1 year, and I don't know. I look like Cousin Eddie. Thank you, Adam. Brent says he's a Carolina State fan. Well, you're getting jacked up for the NIT. That's a home run trip right there, by God. All right. Well, jackpot on Wednesday night. We'll be talking more about Frank Martin. Is he going to be gone? Maybe they'll have another coach.
By then.
We'll know by then. And we'll pick some of our brackets. By the way, if you're watching this show, give the show a thumbs up on YouTube and make sure you get into the bracket challenge. The link is in the description of the show. It's very simple. $20 to play. We already got, I think, 15 people in. Actually 17 with Jackpot and myself. So yeah, there you go with that. So right now the pot's going to be around, I think it's right around $240, something like that, because we comp some of our sponsors, but still last year we were right at $1,000. We'd like to get up close to that again. And if everybody else gets in the mix, we should be able to do that. People lighting up my messenger over here. Steven's going to get in. Jonathan Lorman's going to get in. Charlie's going to get in. Eddie's going to get in. Ben Simmons is already in. Melanie's in. John's in. Beth's in. Al's in. Jamie's in. Yeah, people telling me they're sending me their money. So I have a pretty good pot for this jackpot. And if I win, I'm spending my money on strippers and cocaine. I'm going to wear my sport jacket there.
Something tells me you're bullshitting, but
exactly bullshitting. Anyway, been fun doing this show tonight, and we appreciate you guys as always. And we will be back at it on Wednesday.